Hi world. Today, Spanish terrorist group ETA declared a new ceasefire. Is it true? Is it for real? It's not the question whether if it's true or not. There is no justification for terrorism. There is no hope for terrorism. It's not a topic of conversation. The problem here is understanding about the identity of the country. I think this is the only conversation we can have. And before that, it's very important to understand the difference between a state and a nation. A state has only jurisdiction, fact, the administrative limits of a group, and normally it's a territory, but sometimes it's not. For example, there are some countries that have different territories in different continents, for example, or in different spaces, like the United States, like France. A nation is a cultural group. Normally it's linked to skin color, to religions, customs, traditions, origin, etc. So I think that's the real unique issue to consider in the Basque country. They are a nation. There is no doubt in that. There is no point to consider here of analysis. They are a nation. Basque itself is a language that is not even an Indo-European language. It's very hard to define where it comes from. There is no proof about its origin. So that they are a nation, there is no doubt. So I think the only point of conversation we can have is whether their nation could become a country or not. And this is a very, very, very delicate and complicated issue to discuss and talk about. But by no reason terrorism is justified at all. Even for those who say, well, but there are so many wars in the world, and wars are like terrorism. Countries killing other countries, people killing other people, and that's right. But it doesn't justify terrorism either. There is no explanations. So the only topic of conversation we can have is if they are a country or not. Because this is a very complicated issue as well. Because they have a language, they have an identity. To be more complicated, Basque country is not only in Spain, it's part of Spain and part of France, which makes it even more complicated. But sometimes humanity, history shapes the world in a certain way, and people keep being nations. And we can find lots of analog situations in the world. We can even talk about Falklands or Malvinas, for example, which is the same case. Even worse because it's very, very far from the mother language, which is Great Britain, and the territory that claims that it's Argentina, but it's not the case right now. We're talking about the Basque country. So we have to talk in a peaceful way if the Basque nation is also a country or not. Because as we know, Spain is a group of nations with different identities, like Catalonia, Galicia, Catalonia and Valencia, Galicia, and País Vasco. They have different identities, but it's a country as well. So, what do you think?